Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we've got a little bit of traveling to do before we head into the hinterlands for the first time. Got a quest here in Undercity that is part of the zone. I believe it's to collect and or destroy some reports or battle plans or something of the sort. It'll probably involve the trolls of the hinterlands in some way, I would imagine. Once we do that, we are going to head over to Hammerfall briefly, just so we can pick up the ability to craft rune cloth bandages. Kind of just want to get that out of the way now as we start thinking about zones like Fellwood and Ashara and other zones that have enemies closer to level 50. I believe our quest is over in the Magic Quarter, and it is green to us at the moment. I'm surprised that more stuff isn't green to us already for the hinterlands, considering it is a 40 to 50 zone. But it turns out there's not too much you can do there, at least on the Horde side, until you are much further along.
What is it?
Yeah, we've got High Vale records. Yeah, so this is actually not dealing with the trolls, but the night elves in the area. Alright, so let's hop on that flight path. Got a couple of other updates to go over real quick while we head over to Hammerfall.
This had better be good.
Alright, we are on our way. But really the only other big thing to go over is the fact that we did upgrade our bow in between episodes. Upgraded to a blue bow, in fact, that we picked up off the auction house called the Griffin Wing Longbow. Interesting weapon for an orc, I suppose. And it has stats on it, so not only was it a big upgrade in terms of DPS over our green bow, which I think was level 42, we're getting 8 agility and 4 stamina on top of this. Now, the interesting part about bows in vanilla is that you really can't get any decent upgrades outside of BOE drops, which includes this bow, obviously, and just like white bows that you can buy from a vendor. It's actually kind of crazy. If you look through the loot tables of all the dungeons, you will not notice a whole lot of ranged weapons, especially around this level. And if they do exist, they're usually typically guns, I guess, for whatever reason. But I took a look at what our next upgrade would have been from dungeons, and there is a blue bow that drops off of a boss deep within a Blackrock depths. It might actually not be too deep. It's like maybe like right in the middle. But we can't do that yet, and the bow is actually like significantly worse than the one that we just bought off the auction house, which we purchased for 9 gold, by the way. I'm not sure if that's due to still the kind of, unstable economy that we live in on these anniversary realms. But 9 gold for an upgrade that I can't even get from a dungeon yet. And even if I could, it would have been a significantly worse upgrade. It is just kind of crazy. I feel like wands are also the same way for casters, where I feel like all the best wands, you're you typically aren't just going to find in a dungeon. You're just going to find from a vendor, or, you know, it's like a BOE drop in the open world or in some random dungeon. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we have just got a massive upgrade. This bow could probably last us until level 60, honestly. Which I guess would be kind of nice. It's nice to have an upgrade that we know can take us the rest of the way. And I feel like both of our weapons, including our melee weapon, are pretty much the best that we can get until we hit max level. So yeah, really excited about that. As we enter Hillsbrad, still got a little ways to go, but I'm okay with the travel time. It's always nice flying through these zones in particular. Right, we are currently landing in Hammerfall. It's quite foggy today in the Highlands. Let's go speak with the trauma surgeon. We should be able to pick up that runecloth bandage for free, I think.
Hello.
I'm sure that's what happened last time. Yep. Very nice. I feel like we're not far off from heavy runecloth bandages as well. We're getting pretty close to 300. Not that we would really need it, though. I think runecloth, just the normal runecloth bandage, is probably going to be enough to take us to level 60 for the most part. Alright, so now we're heading back to Terran Mill, and then we'll head into the Hinterlands for the first time. I'll actually take a quick preview what kinds of quests we're going to be looking at first. As we enter, we're going to want to turn in Ripple Recovery and take care of the quests, you know, basically as close to the entrance as we possibly can. We'll burn the reports. We'll free our troll friend. It's in the middle of this lodge. Then we gotta collect some stuff for testing the vessel. I think this might have come from Feralis or Gadgetsan, I can't remember. And obviously this ancient egg. We'll complete this when we're ready to take on this whole Jin Thalor, you know, outdoor dungeon-esque kind of area. And of course, all the way down at, I think this is Raventusk village on the coast. There are a ton of quests to pick up. And we'll see where those take us. let's get going. Got the two griffins guarding the entrance. They're always very scary when you're going through Hillsbrad for the first time as a Horde player. I believe they're either neutral or friendly to the Alliance. But when you first enter Hillsbrad around like level 22, 23, those things are terrifying. So it feels good to have 10 levels on them at this point. And here we go. Welcome to the Hinterlands. I guess we'll just stick with the main path for now. We'll see how far it goes. At a certain point, the main path kind of ends for a while. You just kind of have to go through the woods. Also feels good to be back in a temperate forest type zone. Definitely been missing this. Dealing with lots of desert and swamps. Paralysis is always nice though, I suppose. Alright, so what are we going to do for testing the vessel? I think we need these owl beasts. I guess shrink and capture a fallen wildkin. So I guess let's go ahead and try killing one. And kill one and kind of just see what happens. Okay, perfect. So we just have to use this item every time we kill one of the owlkin. That should be easy enough. Let's figure out where we turn in Ripple Recovery first. I'm not sure if we can go around to the right or if we have to kind of backtrack a little bit here and go into the mountains. Let's see if we can do that first. There like kind of seems like there's a path down at this end. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this should be it. I'm not sure I'm as familiar with this particular quest. It definitely came from somewhere else in the world. Shindigger's Camp. Yeah, definitely don't recall this.
How may I help? Good luck, friend.
Cover 10 bottles of Hinterland's Honey Ripple from the crates located around the abandoned Horde base in Skull Rock. Okay.
Till next we meet.
So yeah, Skull Rock. I know we're gonna get a quest for Skull Rock down here, I think. It would make sense to, at least. Before we do that, we might head over to Raven Tusk first. In the meantime, let's go ahead and drop down into the Quel de Nil Lodge. And let's burn up these reports. Or collect them, whatever we're gonna do. That's right, it's not Night Elves, it's High Elves. Was this changed in TBC? Were these Blood Elves? I don't remember. I always remember this being more of a Night Elven place. I mean, that's definitely Night Elven architecture, but I don't recall these guys being High Elves. They definitely did make some changes in TBC to the vanilla leveling experience. There were like some places, there were like minor adjustments for the most part, but there were some places that were added in. I know like quest items were kind of overhauled and made, they basically made more sense for the experience and made things a little bit faster, I guess, to progress. But I wonder if this is kind of like one of those spots, because I don't remember these guys being High Elves. Looks like we are burning these reports. I guess there might be a chance that we are sent back here at some point with a different quest, but that's alright. I'm willing to kill these guys for now. I don't think it'll be a waste or anything, but we'll enter the lodge, we'll take out everybody inside, and then we'll free our friend over there, who is a Witherbark troll. Historically an enemy. I don't think I can back up far enough to hit him with range or send our pet into somebody else. This is probably going to be a pretty tough escort if I had to guess. So we might want to clear out the outside just a little bit. Make sure there's enough space for us. kill one or two more and then we'll head back in. Still have to burn one more High Veil record as well, so let's do that first too. Final report has been burned. Let's get some moonberry juice going and then we'll start this escort. I guess we're gonna have to turn that one in back in Undercity. All right, Rinji. Let's begin the escort. We'll see if there are any scripted events in this one, or if clearing out everything outside actually helps a lot. Oh, yep. We got some extra ones coming in. I guess we'll spend all our mana here. And just try to get some more as we proceed. He's starting to go into the woods. It's not too far that we have to go. Another scripted event here. Definitely not as hard as the distress beacon escorts, but probably still pretty challenging for most classes and players. Being on the island there, overlook cliffs. Okay. I guess that's where it is, or the turn-in is at least. We don't need to worry about the quest to the south in Jamal and the Prophet. That's going to be for Sunken Temple. You know, if we do Sunken Temple, then we'll come back and pick it up. But I'm kind of thinking that we'll end up skipping that dungeon, at least until like maybe we're level 60. I'm just not sure if we're going to find any groups that are going to be willing to do like the whole thing at this point. Yeah, the more I think about it, I feel like Sunken Temple is kind of in a weird spot in vanilla, where it's similar to Blackrock Depths in the sense that it's a very big dungeon that kind of scales from level 50 all the way to 60 in its encounters. But in Blackrock Depths, there's a lot of there's a ton of quests in there, like absolutely, like probably more quests than in Burning Steps or like Searing Gorge, even the two zones that border it. And I feel like there's a lot of like best in slot stuff that comes out of there, but I don't know if I can say the same for Sunken Temple. I obviously don't know too much about the end game of vanilla. I just don't hear people like clamoring about getting Sunken Temple done for any particular reason. Just picked up another distress beacon. It's time for the hinterlands. This one's near Skull Rock as well. So maybe we'll consider doing that one once we are ready to take on that area. It should be a little bit easier than the other beacons that we picked up in the other zones. At least in theory, but we'll have to see. I feel like the beacons are kind of conveniently or perhaps inconveniently placed in all of the zones that have a ton of wildlife, just kind of like in the open areas without too much way around them. And I'm assuming that's kind of done intentionally. That's right, we need to pick up a Violet Tragon as well from a Valorwind Lake here. By one of these mushrooms. Good that we got that. I think that one's going back to Tanaris. Gonna work on filling up the rest of this vessel, and then we can head over to the village. New bow definitely feels very strong so far. I really feel the extra stats and DPS that we're getting off of it. It's strange that the vessel itself has a cooldown. You'd think you'd just be able to use it whenever you needed to, but I guess in Classic it's not really much of a problem. They have that kind of stuff on quest items. Normally takes quite a while to take out each enemy at this level anyway. Alright, and this should be our last one. Perfect. The map is pretty much all cleared out at this point. I guess we can wait on Ranji's secret over there on the island for after we pick up the quests, because I think we're going to have to kill some stuff on the coastline anyway. So, but we found the main path again. Let's go ahead and take this all the way to the village. We're at the point now where we have to head off the beaten path a little bit. Got some stealth wolves in the area. We'll just ride past everything. I think that's another thing now that I'm thinking about it as we're entering the Overlook Cliffs here. I think this might be another thing that got changed in TBC or Wrath. This kind of ramp down to the bottom here. I think this got changed. Got like moved to the other side or something. I could be wrong though. It could have been Cataclysm. Ironically, Cataclysm didn't change too much about this zone. It remained somewhat the same. I think they added some new camps of enemies and stuff, but A lot of the terrain kind of stayed the same. And we are now entering Raventusk Village, so I was right. This is called Raventusk. We're going to start by picking up all of the quests. We'll also check with some of the vendors. An ammunition vendor here. It's the first time I've seen specifically an ammunition vendor. Not a very useful one though. He doesn't have what we need. So kind of disappointing. You're not going to be using razor arrows by the time you get to the hinterlands. Even if you did enter the zone at like level 40, this would still not be the best arrow you can get. So that's definitely weird. Just vendor some stuff though. See if anybody's hiding. Now, I don't think I've ever gone further south of Raventusk before. I don't think I've ever gone down here. It's an interesting looking rock over here. It almost looked like a cave in the distance. It almost feels like it doesn't belong. I guess there's not too much to see though.
Mukra! Strength!
Our first quest for the Trolls of Hinterlands, the Vile Branch. This looks a little bit different.
Victory!
It's another Skull Rock related quest though.
Hey there. Be good. Later. Talk to me.
Got a reagent vendor. I just realized we're still hearing the like a classic Elwyn kind of foresty kind of theme. I expected to see or hear the troll theme kind of coming in here. Throw a quick reload in there because I can't tell if I'm hearing ambient sounds either. Yeah, you know what? I feel like we weren't for a while there. I didn't really notice.
How you doing, Mom?
I still don't know exactly when that happens. Stable Master here has a ton of quests for us.
Later.
It looks like a lot of kill quests, and wow, we've got a bunch of quests to pick up, and our quest log is full. Let's abandon this one for Blackrock Depths. I'm going to abandon the one for Moradin. I don't know if we're actually going to get in there or not. What else do we not need right now? Assisting Archdruid, Rune Totem. Don't need that either. Super sticky. This one's in Gadget's hand, but it's not for Tenares, it's for Unguro, so we can get rid of it for now.
Who you be?
Let's see if that's,
See ya later.
I mean, that's definitely not going to be enough. We still have a lot more quests to pick up.
Be seeing ya. Okie dokie.
Man, I think we have at least 4 other quests to pick up, if not more. So I think I really don't want to get rid of some of this other stuff. So it sounds like we're going to be going out and working on some stuff first before we pick up the others. And it looks like we'll be saving the turtles for later. We'll be dealing with killing some of the wildlife on the mainland. And I guess we can go into Skull Rock. Yeah, I don't normally do that. I normally just normally able to pick up everything. and get started with it right away. Let's make sure we get the flight path while we're here too.
Loktar.
It's the innkeeper. I don't think there are any vendors in here. I'll give her up top that we can't do yet. Alright, I don't think there's too much more to see. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just handle Rinji's secret now. We're gonna have to come back at another time and deal with the snapjaws along the coastline. But we'll turn in the secret for now, and I think we'll call it there. We've got a lot of hinterlands to do, so I think we'll definitely do at least one more episode of the hinterlands, maybe two. It's obviously not going to be enough to take on all of this stuff, but I definitely want to make sure that we're hopping in between zones a little bit more often, just for some variety. I think Fellwood is pretty high on my list as well to start working through. And we are just one bar away from 51 as well. So we're going to be 51 for a little bit and not have aimed shot, unfortunately. It's because we're going to have to pick up all the upgrades from the trainer. Doctorals may be able to decipher the tablet. Is known to reside in the Magic Order of Undercity. Okay, so we're going back to the Undercity for that one. Alright, not much more we can do here for today. I think I'm just going to run back to Raventusk and park ourselves in the inn for now. It's been a while in between recordings, so I think I'm probably pretty well stocked up right now on Rested Experience again. At this point, I'm pretty convinced that we just can't run out of it based on the amount of time I have to play. We're just always going to have it, so it's really good. Yeah, man, we are so close. You know what? We're at 98%. I mean, at this point, we might as well just, like, kill a couple things. And then maybe we can, you know, at least, even if I do it in between episodes, I can go ahead and pick up those upgrades for aimed shot. And then, I'm sure this is probably incorrect to do, but wondering if we really need arcane shot anymore, if we're going to be using aimed shot instead. I think, if I recall correctly, the cooldown is basically the same. You know what? We've got some quests in Undercity that we can just turn in. I guess we can just go ahead and do that. To get what we need to hit 51. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, like, I'm not really trying to play optimally anyway. So maybe we can just replace arcane shot with aimed shot, and basically open up every pull with aimed shot into Serpent Sting. And that's probably enough to take us through the entire enemy.
McGraw.
And then once we turn these in, I think I'll handle the upgrades in between episodes. I'm just gonna take the Zeppelin to Gromgol, since there is a hunter trainer there. And then I'll fly back to Raven Tusk. Want to do a quick /who here in the Western Plaguelands. It's just me and one other person. It's kind of crazy. Well, I guess there's a lot more just people, but they're at level 60. Undercity, so I'm going to go to the Magic Quarter. Looks like we handed in both quests to the same person. We're in the Snake Wreath, right? Snake Wreath.
Dark Lady watch over.
Would be just enough. Perfect. Warren's Gratitude. Looks like we're getting a free piece of gear. That's fun. Looks like this Undercity Reservist's cap. It looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks like it's slightly worse than what we've got anyway.
Beware.
So we'll end up taking the tunic. It's a nice extra 4,000 experience though. And with that we can pick up Aimed Shot. Looks like we've got 1 and 2 because we had rank 2 a very long time ago. But we're definitely gonna have to pick up the other ranks from our trainer before we continue. In any case, that's going to do it for me for today. As always, I thank all of you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more. I hope to see you back in the hinterlands. Take care.